I found NAMI when coming home from the scene of my brother's suicide. I looked up the word suicide, and NAMI popped up. Never heard of NAMI, did not know what NAMI meant, and made the call. And after making the call, was invited to come in for classes. And I really was expecting more of a hands-off, but they were more hands-on. And not only that, they held my hand until I was comfortable. I got personal coaching and mentoring as it relates to the programs and my journey from those that were more experienced on my journey of recovery.
I found NAMI through a friend of the family, and following, gathering more information about NAMI, I signed up for my first training, which was for the Ending the Silence presentation.
I found NAMI when my son was hospitalized for the first time. There was a nurse there that saw that we were struggling. Each night we were there at the start of visiting hours, and for as long as our son would allow us to be there. She reached out and said, "I really think you should inquire about family to family." And that's what we did. A couple of weeks after the initial hospitalization, we were able to start the NAMI to NAMI program, and it truly changed our lives.
I found NAMI while I was in residential treatment. NAMI was introduced to me through the various presentation programs, and I was able to meet some of the volunteers and some of the more dedicated members in NAMI, and they treated me like family.
In the community that I live, I found NAMI, and it's a wonderful organization. Number one, I gotta say, NAMI is free, people. A lot of people don't realize that there's not an access to service or a barrier with NAMI because the services are free. You can find a group in your area at a time, whether it be at a church, wherever it is, and they're there for you. And the amount of services that they offer are amazing.
I found NAMI laying in my bed, being depressive, watching Hulu, and a commercial came on and it said NAMI. I said, "What the world? What is a NAMI?" So I said, "Let me look up NAMI on my phone." I Googled NAMI, and when I Googled NAMI, I fell in love. I seen what they was offering for families, the training, the groups, and I was like, yes, this is like an organization after my own heart.
The power of peers being in a room together, learning from one another and hearing each other's stories and talking about the journeys that they're all on, and hearing someone raise their hand or shake their head and say, "Me too," or give someone a hug and say, like, "Girl, I've been there." It's so beautiful to see and to be a part of, and to see folks come to these support groups week after week because it's safe and it's encouraging and it's inspiring is one of my favorite things about NAMI.
I think it's just a breath of fresh air to see someone that looks like me to come into the communities that I grew up in and to share my story, because it's like a ray of light of hope, to say if he can make it, I can make it as well.
So I think at NAMI, everyone has a story, and no one's story's less or more important than another person's. And here at NAMI, we offer help to everyone. Our mission is to educate, advocate, and support, and that's what we do. Someone recently told me that NAMI is in my blood, and that really touched me deeply. And when that person told me that, I felt really empowered.
About 2 months after the training, I was able to go to my first high school. And when I did, I was a nervous wreck. I thought, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm not equipped for this. These people don't know me. They're not going to accept what I have to say. But I realized that I was standing there giving that information and giving my lived experience for the teenager and for the child that had been in their classroom. Because when I was in school, I didn't have anyone giving mental health education to my teachers, to my administrators, to the people who were helping educate me. And that's exactly what I wish had been there. I went from 15 teachers originally to over 5,000 police, first responders, parents, guardians, teachers, and legislators talking about mental health and what my experiences were like growing up in a mentally ill home and then having mental illness myself. It felt empowering to share my story, to share the parts of me that I had been ashamed of before, but to know that I wasn't being ridiculed, I was being accepted, and I was able to use that for good.
I come to the realization of sharing my story will be such a big part of my recovery, because I remember how much pain I was in, and I was just like, if someone else is in this type of pain, then why am I not helping?
NAMI support turns into NAMI family. Often the people that you are closest to will not understand what you are going through because they do not have the lived experience. My NAMI family, they understand because they have a lived experience.
Being in a NAMI young adult support group makes me feel valid and seen. I've met some of my best friends in the support group. When you have the ability to open up to someone so much and they are accepting of you and there's not that stigma, they don't see you as your mental illness, they see you as a person. There's nothing like it. And those are the best friendships, when you have full support from someone and they get it.
NAMI to me means family, it means support, it means vulnerability, it means sharing your story from a most authentic and beautiful way that you possibly can. And to me, it means strength.
Being part of the LGBTQ+ community at NAMI, I have found acceptance and belonging, and not only is my voice welcome, it is absolutely wanted and needed.
What NAMI means to me is family, and so I know that anytime I make a referral to NAMI, that family member is getting every support that they need. They are getting connected to educational services, they are getting connected to support groups, they are getting connected to other family members who are experiencing the very exact thing that they are going through.
I had referred someone to NAMI who is Latina. Her English is broken. And she told me about the experience that her entire family had with NAMI. That means her husband, her 2 little boys, and her teen daughter, who happened to be dealing with suicidal ideations. She said that NAMI took the entire family under their wings, and if it wasn't for several of the services that were offered to them, her family would not be in a place of stability today. So that's someone who homed in to the services that NAMI has. It didn't matter if her language was different. She had access, and she had someone who spoke to her and walked with her in her language, and she was able to service her entire family. That's what NAMI does for people.
NAMI makes me feel safe, and it makes me feel that I do have a family of people who understand. My real family and my really close friends sometimes just don't get it, not for any other reason other than maybe the stigma is still there, and when they hear mental illness or they hear schizophrenia, they don't want to get it. They shut down. And with NAMI and NAMI fellow folks, they get it. They know. Mental illness, so it's a disease of the brain. It's not great, but it's just like if it were any other disease of any other part of the body. So they're open to listening.
What NAMI means to me is giving younger generations a better start at life. It means breaking down the stigmas, not just for me, not just for others and my peers, but for the younger people coming up. It's starting that conversation so that younger generations know it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to ask for help. To me, NAMI is being seen. It's validation. It's breaking stigmas. It's being seen as a person, not as an illness.
Being in a support group for veterans and leading it, being a veteran, it's nothing like that. Because we are such a close-knit community. Where else can you go to? Who else can you go to talk about surviving being shot by a sniper other than another veteran? To have somebody in front of you who understands what you're going through and not only understand, but can talk to you about their experience, it's counseling on both ends. And that's what NAMI is all about, that lived experience to be that support system for other people.
They welcomed me in to their circle and told me that circle could be as wide as it needed to be. They assured me that when I didn't think I had any friends, I did. When I thought I had lost all family, I still had family. I started to realize that I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be productive. I deserve to pursue the things I want to pursue. NAMI means everything to me. I wouldn't be here if NAMI wasn't around, because it gave me a sense of purpose. It gave me a sense of direction. It gave me family. It gave me friends. It gave me hope. And it erased a lot of stigma that I had stored.